If you feel unsexy and invisible to girls, here's the system that will make every video gamer, yes, including you, go from that nerd to the most attractive person in the entire class. That's because video gamers have the potential to be even more attractive than the high school chats. The only problem is, they miss one crucial thing that makes them irresistible for girls. You see, I've spent 4 years helping gamers to go from unnoticed to from invisible to literally being giga chats. And in this video I will show you exactly how. If you are physically unattractive, here's what you have to know. The first and the most fundamental thing is the truth that your whole attractiveness, like 80% of your whole attractiveness, comes simply from your physique. It's not your face, it's not your genetics. It's just your physique. And before you will click off this video because, oh, I don't know how to build a physique, don't worry, there's 3-step framework that I prepared for you that you can just follow along and make gains, finally. So the first point in our system to have a more sexy physique as a video gamer is actually training. Training for hypertrophy. And we will use something called Project Olympus, which is my custom designed workout routine. And by the way, if you want that workout routine completely for free, just see the first link in the description, right? So using that workout, you can actually build muscle going to the gym only 3 times per week. And I'm gonna just basically tell you about the first day. Again, if you want the full workout routine, it's completely for free, the first link in the description. So the split is full body workout, which basically means that you will train your full body, right? On Monday, you're gonna train your chest by doing incline, dumbbell, bench press. And again, if you want to learn how to make that exercise, how to do that exercise, basically just Google the name and you will have like thousands of videos from the perfect form on that exercise. What we want to do, what we want to ensure, and that's the crucial thing for growing muscle as fast as possible. Without that step, without that thing, you won't have fast results. So listen to me very carefully, okay? We want to do 2 sets of 10 to 12 reps, all to failure, using heavy weight. What does it mean? What does it mean to train to the failure? Basically, training to the failure means that whenever you are trying to push another rep, you basically can't. You are so exhausted, your muscles basically don't listen to you, right? So, when you will go to the gym for your first time, probably will pick some lightweight, right? And then you will see, okay, and then you will curl them for, let's say, like 20 reps. So basically ensure that the weight that you use during the exercises is so hard for you that you can only do 10 reps per set, okay? That's the sweet point for building muscle. Because if you will do more reps, or if you will do only 10 or 12 reps, but you will be still able to push for like another 3 reps, then you are training more for endurance and not hypertrophy. And what hypertrophy is? Basically, hypertrophy means building muscle. So if you want to build muscle, have sexier physique, just stick to the guideline that I gave you in that training routine. For back, we have single arm lat pull down, which is amazing. The thing that we want to do right here is to like really utilize the stretch. Our starting position to be somewhere like here, not here in front of the cable, but rather turn into like 90 degrees angle. And then we will feel the huge stretch in our lats, which is actually amazing. We want more of that. Overhead cable tricep extension, that's amazing exercise to build your tricep. Bicep machine preacher curl, basically isolating your muscle will really work harder on that particular muscle. So if you want to like grow your bicep, you should do exercises that primarily focus on that bicep, right? Shoulders, machine shoulder press, and for legs and forearms you have hack squat and forearm cable pull. And to be honest, just using that routine will visibly pop up your muscles, your entire like frame, masculine frame, which will positively, of course, impact your sexiness. But just training won't grow your physique if you don't have enough material to build the muscles. And here comes the second part of our framework. We have to ensure that our body has enough materials to actually build those muscles, because what training does, training basically destroys the muscle. Now we have to repair it. And to repair it, we need our fuel, right? We need materials. So, what kind of materials do we need? Basically, the first and the most important material is your protein. You should ideally have somewhere around 2 grams per kilogram of body weight of proteins, right? So whenever you are eating protein, just make sure that every single day you eat, let's say you are 60 kilos, you should eat at least 120 grams of protein. That's the ideal. And just making sure that you hit that amount of proteins can really make a lot of impact when you never trained before. But of course, we want to look sexy, look like a beast, not like some old dad, right? So the thing that we also have to kind of like take into account is our calorie maintenance. Basically, go out to the Google calorie calculator and use that, like basically populate the form, populate like your data. And what it does, it basically gives you the amount of calories you should eat per day to make sure that you will stay somewhere around the same weight. What we want to do is to basically have that sweet spot where we don't necessarily add more weight, but we also don't lose weight. Of course, if you are like fat and overweight, then basically you probably want to lose that weight. But if you are somewhere like me, so you start as a skinny fat guy, basically, probably the thing that I would advise you to do is to basically just build muscles on top of that. So just stay in the maintenance, try to have the same amount of weight, and by doing that, by training and proper nutrition, you basically just grow your muscles, burn fat, and become sexy. But here's where it gets really interesting, because now you might wanna ask, okay, but how do I make sure that, first of all, I eat healthy, and second of all, I hit the calorie goal? Because it's so easy these days to overeat, to eat like too much. Well, I have a quick tip for you. The easiest thing that you can do to prevent overeating and to actually fuel your body with everything that it needs is basically something called the rule of eating real food. So basically just eat real food. Whatever is not processed, whatever is simple, these are the things that you should eat. What is unprocessed food? What is simple food? Think of it as, ideally, you want to eat only things that can't be broken down into simpler ingredients. So chicken breast, it's not necessary, you can't like break down chicken breast onto smaller things, right? But microwave pizza, you can break it to the dough, right? The cheese, the toppings. So this is actually something processed. This is actually something that is like, that has ingredients. If the food that you eat doesn't have ingredients, then the chances are that this actually is unprocessed and actually healthy food. So what do we want to make sure? So to basically make sure that you are eating the things that are simple. So vegetables, meat. And by saying meat, I don't mean eating like sausage or really processed meat. Eat meat that is unprocessed. Basically just Google, okay, unprocessed meat, whatever. And one of the best meals that I've ate like for most of my life, they are eggs. Basically eggs are amazing, bro. Start eating eggs, and I can guarantee you that if you will eat, the more eggs you will eat, the less hungry you will be during the day, because eggs are like filling like hell, bro. And they are of course like very nutritious as well. So yeah, just go ahead and try this out. But if you have training and diet, you still lack one key thing that makes the difference in terms of building muscle. And actually, without that thing, you won't be able to build muscle at all. So when you destroyed your muscles and gave your body the fuel and materials to rebuild the muscles, now brother, you have to make sure that your body feels like it can actually repair. So let's say you are on a battlefield, right? You are fighting and you have a wound. You wouldn't sit in the middle of a crossfire and like bandage yourself, right? You would actually, the first thing you would do, you would go outside and like try to hide somewhere, try to, you know, feel safe. And then you would start repairing your body, right? The same thing, well, that's how your body works. If you are stressed and if you don't have enough rest, then it's not gonna regenerate properly. So in order to regenerate your body properly, there are really like two things that will boost your regeneration to like a lot of levels. So the first thing actually is to sleep more. And okay, ideally you should sleep somewhere around 8 to 9 hours per day. Ideally it should be like 8 hours, but if you are like have very demanding lifestyle, then maybe 9. And now here's the question that you might ask, because okay Ivan, I know that I have to sleep, but it's just hard for me to fall asleep. So if you are that guy who actually it's hard for him to fall asleep whenever he lies in his bed and you basically have those thoughts, okay, I'm just gonna fall asleep, and half hour later you're like, shit, I'm not sleeping yet. Here's a quick tip that solves most of the sleep problems. So the tip is basically to increase the contrast between your evening and your morning. What do I mean by contrast? Actually, it's light contrast, right? We want to increase the light contrast. So, you probably heard the advice to not use any bright lights hour before you will go to sleep, right? That advice is good, but that advice is great, but it doesn't really capture the point. The point is having that contrast, the light contrast. So basically your morning should be as light as possible and your evenings should be as dim as possible. Whenever you wake up, just turn all the lights on, just go outside, like so, look into the sun basically. And whenever it's evening, dim all the lights in your room, sit in a total darkness. That way, by increasing the contrast between your morning and evening, your body will feel more kind of tired and it will be basically easier for you to fall asleep. But there's also the second part, and actually without that part, your sleep will be still worse. And that part is actually your stress. So whenever you are stressed, whenever your body basically is stressed, it's hard for you not only to fall asleep, but also the quality of your sleep went to shit. So the easiest quick tip, the easiest thing right now, right here that you can do, and I want you to do it after watching that video, is to do something called NSDR. Basically, Google NSDR Andrew Huberman and watch the protocol, do everything the guy tells you. That will make you relaxed as hell. I can promise you, I can guarantee you that you've never felt that relaxed in your entire life. I can guarantee you that, right? So after doing the NSDR, you'll basically feel refreshed, less stressed, and it works better than meditation. Like most of the people probably they come to you and yeah, do meditation. Yeah, meditation works on the long term, but if you want the immediate results, do the NSDR. But the thing is, even though you know those things, it will be hard for you to incorporate them without someone's guidance. So the first thing that you might want to do is subscribe to this channel, but actually just watching the videos without having mentor and without having like-minded individuals won't be probably enough. So if you are a lonely video gamer who wants to become sexy, that's the transformation that I teach in my program. You might want to check this out. It's the second link in the description. Do your best and leave the rest. Till God.